It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. It is Wednesday, and we are packing ourselves up and heading out on the road to our next adventure. Now, some of you may have already surmised this, but, and maybe you know us, but we were talking about a different road trip. We were talking about US Route 50. We were talking about going to southern Utah, none of which is going to happen now. So, instead of doing all of those things, we are headed to Mount Charleston, which is off in the distance there. And we're going to be right about where the tip of my finger is. The cool part about this is that we will probably see our house from where we are camping, which is a very odd experience indeed. And it's one of the rare occasions where we'll be able to see where we're camping from where we live.
What?
Nevada is one of those really odd places, especially the Las Vegas Valley, where in the valley it's desert, it's dry, it's hot, it's all this other stuff. And 25 minutes away is mountains 8,000 feet high, cool weather, hiking, trees, all that other jazz. So we've never done this before, but we are doing a staycation. We're going to call it the Inflation-cation because it's been motivated. This trip has been motivated entirely by inflation. And so here we are at the top of Hilltop Campground on Mount Charleston. And we got a double spot because we're going to be joined later on by our camping buddies Bob and Anna. So we're going to take the double spot for that. And this campground spot is nice. It's got some trees, and it's got my frizzy little girl over there. What was that? All right, sir. So from up here on the top of this hill here, you can look down. And down below is actually out towards Indian Spring. And then if we were to get a clear shot that direction, we'd be able to see our house. Albeit seeing our house might be a little bit of a stretch, you know. Have to zoom a lot, but that would be really cool. So kind of cool to be at a campground that potentially you could see from my house. And now the photo bomber. You have a few words to say?
No, actually, I got new glasses though. Everybody keeps calling me Harry Potter.
Right. So the wind is blowing, but take a look at that cloud coming up over the mountain. And it's moving pretty good over there. Anyway, we're going to climb up that tomorrow. So here's a change for us.
What?
Setting up a tent. We've been long accused because of the trailer and even the rooftop tent. We've been accused of being not really truly campers. But yes, we do own a tent, believe it or not. It is the first tent we bought, actually. And yeah, anyway, we're setting that up. Somebody's happy to have their own tent.
You left my door open!
How goes it up there, David? I can see you too. How are you doing up there? So here we are. I am laying in my hammock, which is not something I usually get to do on a vacation. So far today has gone really well. We traded out the Pathfinder for the dual cab, so now we have the rooftop tent, we have the trailer, we have a tent. Lily says she's trying to... Yeah, the tiny tent. Yeah, and Lily says she's going to camp out in her hammock tonight, which ought to be interesting. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting time. I think wind's going to come up a little bit, I think. But that's what it's forecast to do. But it's so far pretty tolerable. And so from my hammock, there's our camp. Yeah, trailer's over there, David's over there. Kind of up and over that direction, the girls are over there. Fire area's over there. And then the hill just drops off to the valley below. It's dinner time! What are we having for dinner?
Spaghetti. And then
what is it?
Spaghetti! And instead of pulling
David, what are we having?
You pull the Jolly Rancher out. Same stuff. Yeah.
What are we having, Clissa?
Paschetti.
Oh my goodness. Spaghetti. Proving again that we are at elevation.
I think it looks really nice. And
I can't wait till we pop that open, huh? And now we are at the point of the night where everybody's going to bed, and it's also highlighting exactly one of the reasons why we never really ever seem to camp on Mount Charleston, even though we live so close to it. It is bitterly windy at night. And let me tell you a little story. I'll summarize it. We went camping with a group of people from church in a camp up here on Mount Charleston, actually not very far away, about 1.5 miles away. And in that night that we camped there, it was very windy and the tent basically blew down the whole night. And it's actually one of the reasons David ended up traumatized to tents. And he wouldn't sleep in a tent. And that's one of the reasons we bought the trailer, because we wanted to go camping. And so we decided we'd get a trailer, go camping, and because it would be more like a house and his sensory issues wouldn't be such a problem. Well, anyway, now we have progressed long enough. David doesn't have a problem sleeping in a tent anymore. And also we've learned that tents that are of a larger profile are really wind prone, and so we try to avoid having those. But at any rate, the reason we don't like camping on Mount Charleston is it's usually windy at night and it's so difficult to sleep in the wind. There's a few things you can do. Number one is make sure that anything that is wind susceptible is weighted down and not going to blow away. Also, easy ups and things like that, take those down. If you can get away without even putting them up, you'd be better off there. Use the natural shade if you can. And then make sure your tent is a low profile and well staked. You have a low profile tent, well staked, you should be in good shape. Rooftop tents and trailers don't seem to have such a problem. Well, let's go ahead and get some rest. It's been a long day. We got ourselves set up and we've got a hike to do tomorrow. So let's jump ahead to hiking tomorrow. Well, it's a beautiful morning here at camp. After a very windy night, it is a relatively calm morning. Everybody is zombified, including David. David, are you zombified? No? Okay. So, we got Calissa over there in her hammock. Mom and Lily just kind of wandering. We're all just kind of relaxed. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, so made it to this giant tree on the trail, and yeah, you can't really tell how far up we are. How's your hike going, Dave? I didn't see your thumb. How are you guys doing? We're all dying? Yeah. So we've reached this phase where we do end up seeing bristle cones. There's one directly over Callissa's shoulder. And this is kind of a switchbacky section. So yeah, definitely out of shape. At least I am. So we live way out across the way. We live out over there. And here we are up on top of this mountain. And our camp spot is actually down over there. Alright, so we made it to the rain tree, and we're all sore, except for Mom. Mom's not sore. Mom would be sore. The only reason Mom's sore is because we can't go to Mummy Spring. But David's hips are hurting, Callissa's asthma's hurting.
My feet are hurting.
Everybody's falling apart. So we've got to hike back down to camp, and that's going to be a war of its own. So we're going to head back now. So the rest of them have made it down to us, and that trail that we took zigzags up to the top of that ridge, and then you go over the ridge and then down to the rain tree. So yeah, long trail, and it's a steep set of zigzags, isn't it? So on our way up the mountain, so we're walking back towards camp now. We got off the trail way down the mountain, or up the mountain. There was a car that went off over the hill before we got here, and the police were trying to, police and fire and everybody else was trying to get this guy's car off. But it went over the hill right here. That went a long ways down. So it is now Friday morning, and it's breakfast time. So we got some bacon cooking. Mom is coming with a plate.
I got a frog. I hate frogs.
Calissa said, Lily says she's got a frog in her throat, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, we're all a little sore from yesterday, so we're gonna take it easy today. On the agenda today, breakfast. We're gonna go back to the house, grab a shower, grab a few things, especially water and ice. Grab some ice cream and come back up here and then just continue to enjoy the beautiful surroundings that we have on our inflation-cation. All right, Friday breakfast. Lily's kitty pancake. The buganoid.
I swear, these bugs are gonna get beat.
David's getting all... Oh yeah, we can't forget posterity. So, we're back at our house. Yeah, we're supposed to be camping, right? But we're back at our house right now. Because we're back at our house because our campground does not have running water at all. And so we are loading up all of our water containers to take them up the mountain. In addition, since we've been up for a while and we got super sweaty yesterday, we all took a shower. So we're gonna go back up the mountain just as soon as we get everything all loaded up, and yeah, we'll see you back up the mountain. But probably not before we get some ice cream, because I think that's important, and maybe some lunch. We'll see how that works out. All right, we are at Bahama Bucks. Root beer float, shave ice. Gummy bear shave ice.
Except all the gummy bears are hydrated.
Oreo, but it's almost gone. The same as this one. And then David, what do you got?
A tunnel building.
Is that a root beer?
Yeah.
Root beer shave ice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, something you probably never thought. We're back at camp, and something you never thought you'd see at camp was cats camping. How about that, huh?
This is decent, bro. Preston got his little friend.
What's decent, bro?
This.
Ah, so product placement. So our friends, our camping buddies are here. So the purpose of our double camping spot has been realized. So yeah.
No.
All right, so the next step of the day is we got to figure out where we're putting. We got to figure out where we are going to put the screen. Movie night.
Oh.
So here we are. It is Saturday morning. So we are on day, what is it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, day 4 of our staycation, inflation-cation. And it's a nice, beautiful morning. A little bit of wind. It had a really calm night last night, so that's great. Anyway, we watched a movie last night, so we pulled our projector out. We bought a cheap Amazon projector. I'll put the link for that in the description. And yeah, we watched a movie. It's time for breakfast. Yeah, so leftover day means warming up these leftover breakfast burrito bits. Callissa's elected not for leftovers, so she's got granola and yogurt she's going to be eating over there. Cheryl's going to have a breakfast burrito. I think that I am going to take my bit of this, melt some cheese, and just put it on my plate without a burrito. So we are on the road today. So this is the part of our vacation that's kind of odd. We're on the road now to head to my parents' house for a family gathering, which was kind of pre-planned. And so we're going to interrupt our camping trip to do that, and then we'll catch you back up at camp. So we're just out in the middle of the desert, driving along on the highway, and yeah, it's just that. Sometimes when you make plans, you get them interrupted. You either don't do them, or you figure out ways around it. That's what we're doing. We're figuring out a way around those plans. So we're gonna go up, we're gonna see my family, and then we're gonna come back, and we'll catch you guys back in camp in a little bit. And just like that, we are back at camp. It is Sunday afternoon, and Cheryl is enjoying a bag of cookies in the hammock, and we are back. Our little family business was great, and we were able to go to church on Sunday where we go to church normally, which was wonderful. And now we are back up here to enjoy the last vestiges of this inflation-cation. Cheryl is cooking up chopping up some green peppers. Are those ours from our garden? No, not yet.
Our jalapeno peppers are growing the next batch. We have like 4 or 5 that are about yay big, but still very well attached to the plant. And the poblanos, I'm very disappointed. We have yet to get a single pepper out of that plant.
Aw. Well, at least we got some green pepper for our fajitas tonight.
Courtesy of Smith's.
So I've decided I'm going to start a new profession. I'm going to be a line chef for a campground. Our neighbors up the way couldn't cook their hamburgers, and so I threw them on our griddle for them.
Aren't you already a line chef for us?
Yeah, so I mean, maybe this is my calling in life. Being the campground camp chef.
I don't think it's a new profession. I think it's just a matter of expanding your customer base.
Maybe. Scurry around. It's now Monday morning, and Monday is the close of this whole thing because now we're gonna head home, but not before breakfast and not before a few other things. So, yep. All right, it's time for French toast. The little lodge griddle on the Cinderella stove. Yes. So we're here at In-N-Out Burger, finishing up our vacation. Because what's better than animal fries for your animals?